I'm here representing Portland Tenants United. I unfortunately don't have my shirt today because the police confiscated all my stuff when they swept the Occupy Ice Camp. But I'm not here to talk about that. Right now I'm here to talk about...
Excuse me, folks, please do not interrupt this gentleman. He is here. This is his time to speak.
I'm okay with that particular interruption, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. So
presiding officer.
Anyway, talking about the specific policy. So first of all, I want to say that even though, I would love to see rental registration and the establishment of, fees that can fund a strong, dynamic, and proactive rental services office, as well as a mandatory inspections program, which can ensure that all units in the city are being brought up to code and brought up to health and safety standards. I would love to see that move faster, but obviously I recognize that there are logistical difficulties, and so this is still a really positive step forward, the fact that this registration is being required now. So thank you for taking that step forward. And what I really hope that will come out of this, and I'm very encouraged by some of the things that commissioners and the mayor have been saying about that today, what I'm hoping will really come out of this is, as we see how many rental units there are in the city, and really, how many of these renters are not necessarily even aware that there is a rental services office that can exist to inform them about their rights and help them get connected to resources to advocate for themselves. I really hope that in the same way that homeowners are often made aware via, for example, mailers of zoning changes that will impact them, that we actually have the addresses of many to most of the rental units in the city, that the rental services office will get funding to be able to expand its operations, including through proactively reaching out through mailers and other means to some of these tenants to let them know that there is this office and let them know that ways that they can advocate for themselves. We very much need to make sure that the rental services office can grow dramatically if it's to carry out all of the programs that Mayor Wheeler mentioned, all the programs that are in the Tenant Bill of Rights, which people like Commissioner Daly and Mayor Wheeler endorsed in their election campaigns, if that's to happen, it's important that this registration program, which is a step in the right direction, really grow next year, and that we make it a lot stronger. So, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your testimony. For colleagues, any further questions? Very good. Please call the roll on the item as amended.
Salzman. Aye. Daly.
Well, I'm pleased that we're taking the steps we need to get a more complete picture of our private rental market. We often hear from the industry that we should be utilizing data-driven strategies to guide our policy initiatives, which is difficult when we haven't been collecting any data. We also hear that landlords don't feel like we do a good enough job informing them of important changes or involving them in policy conversations. So with that in mind, I hope that every landlord in Portland recognizes how important a registration process is to accomplishing those goals and signs up quickly so we can engage them more directly and effectively moving forward. I want to thank the mayor and his staff for coming up with a way to move forward despite our lack of a comprehensive data system. And I look forward to being a part of the conversation about the kinds of data we'll need to collect in the future to make sure the rental services office eventually reaches its full potential. I vote aye.
I believe this is a good first step, or good step among many, to improve our rental system, and I believe it can work well for all three parties, for landlords, for tenants, and for the city. It's going to provide a way of communicating as well as potentially improving how we do inspections, various other things, and it will take a commitment on all parts to communicate, so that once the city knows where the rental landlords are, that they are included as our tenants, should be, because then again we will know which properties are being rented out. So I applaud this as a good step, and thank you, Mayor. Aye.
There's lots of people I'd like to thank, but the first thing I'd like to notice about this is we are using the Housing Bureau and we are using the Revenue Bureau platform. And so they've had to work together in a unique partnership that they have not had to to navigate previously, and they've done a fantastic job, and I want to acknowledge their work. On my team, Cupid, Alexander, Michelle Klenbach, Sophia here has done a great job of helping communicate the work that we're doing. I want to thank all of you for that. And I want to thank my colleagues for acknowledging that this is not only a good first step, this is an absolutely necessary first step. Without quality data, you really don't have a good understanding of the hydraulics of the rental market. And beyond that, it's anecdotal or conjecture. And this gives us an opportunity to bring all of that data together in one place. We can lay it out on the table for everybody to see, and that will help us inform good policy decisions going forward. So I vote aye, the ordinance is adopted as amended. Thank you.